Welcome everybody to the first episode of The Bench, brought to you by Bloxy Cola. Here we have the captain slash owner of the Irish Rebels, Silas or Luke Null, I believe. We're going to ask him some questions about how he feels about what happened the other night at the first official game and how he feels about this upcoming weekend. So let's start. Okay, so Elsa, how are you today? How are you today? Just a general question. Oh, I'm actually doing pretty well. It's around 7:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here. And anyways, now we're just gonna start here. How did you feel about the defeat the other night at the first game of the season? Okay. Yeah. How do you feel about the performance of your team that night? Okay. Okay, that's nice. Anyways, we're gonna see here. Sorry, just now I believe your next game will be on Saturday at 3:15 p.m. Eastern Standard. It's a season game with the you're playing at the Beavers. How you feel about that? Okay. Now, do you think your team is up to the challenge? Will you be trying to train them before the game that you are playing on Saturday? Try get training together? Okay. After that game, on the same day actually, your next game will be Rebels at Bluebills at the new Bluebills Stadium in Brazil. How do you feel about that game? Okay, so also, how do you feel about okay, sorry. How do you feel about this weekend in general though? How do you feel about the weekend in general? Are you ready? Do you feel like you will get a win? Are you hoping for the best? And I believe that's all the time we have left for this interview. Thank you for coming on the show here on RSL TV. This was The Bench, brought to you by Bloxy Cola. Thanks for coming out to us. I hope you and your team can get ready for this weekend and all the games planned ahead. Have a good night. Welcome back to The Bench, brought to you by Bloxy Cola. Now here we have the captain slash owner of the Brazilian Blue Bills, Potato Sauce. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling good. Now I just want to talk to you quickly about how you feel about the upcoming weekend. So let's start with that. How you feel about the upcoming weekend and the matches you're playing? Just do exclamation mark clear. Okay. Now if I look here, what do you have high chances for this weekend? Okay, so the two teams you're playing against this weekend are the Rebels and the Monarchs. And those are like back-to-back games, only like 40 minutes away from each other. How do you feel about playing against the Rebels and then the Monarchs? Okay. How do you feel about your team? Because are you gonna try to get a practice in? Because you need to build that team chemistry. Try to all get together so you guys are prepared for this weekend. Okay, okay. That's really all I wanna say. You got anything else to add on? Actually, one last thing. Do you feel like you personally are ready for this weekend? Okay. And that's gonna be all the time we have for you. Thanks for coming on to The Bench, brought to you by Bloxy Cola. Can't wait to see you next time and at these games. Thank you for watching this episode of The Bench, brought to you by Bloxy Cola. This weekend, we're featuring free games, which will be live on Discord. Highlights and match replays will be available on YouTube, most likely the day after the match. Thank you, and have a good day.